Hey guys, welcome to the 126th edition of the Animated Girl Profile Confidential, Animated Girls Profile Confidential. For today, the last day in April 30th, 2022. And yes, if you guys have been paying attention, this is the first Animated Girls Profile Confidential I have done since my dog passed about a week ago. But I know, as I've mentioned before, she's in a better place, and I know spiritually and presence-wise, she is still here because of all the places me and my mom would know she would be at. Same with our cat that passed a few years ago as well. So she's still technically here from a spiritual presence perspective, along with our cat that went before her and so on. So I know she's here and everything, and I thank God for that. But speaking of canine-like animals, let's talk about our 126th edition, and I think the title basically gives it away. We are talking about the newest, I guess you could say that in a term, newest female anthropomorphic canine character, and that is Diane Foxington, Diane Foxington, from the new Dreamworks Universal movie, The Bad Guys. Now, in case you guys are wondering, for those of you that have probably read the Bad Guy books, which this is the movie is based on, you're probably wondering to yourself, well, she's not in the books, but this other character is. And that is true. There is a character called Ellen, from what I understand, from what I've been able to look up, that, is in the books and not Diane. However, from what I understand, the people behind the film decided to kind of combine the traits of Ellen and a few other female characters, I think, in the books, into the Diana character. In other words, Diana is an original character for the movie adaptation, but she does carry elements, if not inspired elements, from the Ellen character in the Bad Guys book. The only difference here is, between the two, is Ellen still on occasions works for the Secret Squad 6 or something like that, Super Squad 6 or something. Well, Diane Foxington is now the governor of California. But she has a bit of a past. And this is a bit of spoilers, okay guys, bit of spoilers. The past that Diane has is she was once known as the infamous Crimson, easy for me to say, the infamous Crimson Paw Thief. That's right, she used to go by a mysterious alias called the Crimson Paw. But one day she decided, I guess, from what I can tell, that the life of crime was becoming a bore. She didn't like what she was doing, and she decided that one of the best ways to redeem herself is to run for governor, which she ended up winning. Now what's interesting in the film is not only does she reveal herself to Wolf and his gang when she comes to their aid, but she also is able to help them out towards the end. She actually teams up with Miss Tarantula to, I guess, work out, kind of help out in that situation. But what's even more interesting, and again, a bit of spoilers here, what's even more interesting is the ending. Because you see, she ends, because you see, when she was a thief, she had stolen this valuable diamond, kind of like a diamond ring or something. And once the true perpetrator, the true villain was exposed and everything, the diamond ring that he took from Diane during I think a ball or some kind of event, kind of dressing up event, if you will. The true perpetrator, basically when he was revealed, the diamond ring he had taken from Diane was basically, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like released from his ownership. In other words, he basically lost it. He basically lost the diamond ring he had stolen from Diana. And what happened is the police recognized it as the diamond ring that the Crimson Paw had stolen. And I'm assuming right there the police, or at least the chief of police who's in this film as well, kind of started to put two and two together like, oh crap, our governor's the Crimson Paw kind of deal. Now I can't say that for certain, seeing as though I have to go over the movie again and such, but it kind of gives off those vibes. It gives off those vibes that basically at the end, and again a bit of spoilers, at the end it's revealed, the police kind of start putting two and two together, because here's what happens. So basically the true villain is exposed, right? The true villain is exposed, and to basically save Diana from having to come out and say, hey, I'm the Crimson Paw, I was a thief, and I'm the reason some of these things happened in the past, basically revealing her criminal past, and thus ending, probably landing her in jail. What the bad guys decide to do to kind of make up for the fact that she stood behind them because she saw good in them like she saw good in herself, is they decided to turn themselves, I should say, into the police for a 1-year sentence. And basically after the year passes, they've decided that they're going to redeem themselves and be a crime-fighting team along with Diane, and if you will, against any crime that plagues the city or wherever. Now, here's what's interesting though. It's not indicated what happens with Diane's status as governor. Now, we could assume she keeps it, but like I said, when that diamond ring, basically rolls out of the possession of the true villain of the film, and the police recognize it as a diamond ring that was stolen years ago by the Crimson Paw, and then they realize, wait a minute, if he stole it from you, and this is a ring we've been looking for, and them starting to kind of put two and two together. Again, it's not indicated whether or not she still is governor, or maybe she gave up the status because, okay, look, obviously you're on to me now you know who I am, but I've done enough good to redeem, to make things, I've done enough good to redeem myself and to help the state and everything, and proving that even the bad guy team could be good too. So it's an interesting scenario, to say the least, for Diana. It really is. It's really just an interesting situation, because again, it's left up in the air after a year has passed with the bad guys in prison of whether or not she's still governor, or because of the fact that, as I mentioned, the police probably putting two and two together, she had to basically relinquish her title because, hey, I don't want to, bring any more suspicion down on me or anybody else connected. Now, what's even more interesting about Diana, though, is, well, you have to watch Saber Sparks' review of the bad guys, because Saber Spark has always been, I guess, teased about the fact that he's kind of like a supporter of furries. He's like an honorary member of the furry community and stuff. And even to his own admittance, in his review, he acknowledges that the way they designed Diane here in the film, the way they designed her from a character perspective, design perspective, as well as personality and everything, it's like, and I totally agree with him on this, it's like hot damn. It's like whoever was assigned to draw Diane's character as well as come up with her personality, damn, you guys did a hell of a job, because as the old saying would be, and I say this with all due respect, no offense, you want to use a wolf whistle, and I'm sure they did with this when Wolf saw her in her gown, all I could say is, like, easy for me to do, like, kind of deal. Like, wolf whistle sound big time, we'll put it that way. But yeah, she's a very intriguing character. There's no getting around that. And obviously she is going to become, if not already, even before the movie came out yesterday, but eventually will become, over time, probably more so when the movie lands on Peacock, because we know it's going to land on Peacock in about 45 days or so, if not sooner. We know for a certain she's going to be a massive fan favorite, if not already. I mean, here's the thing, everybody loves Gazelle. She's one of the standout characters in Zootopia, no doubt about that. And it's not just because of who her character is and what her character stands for, it's the design, let's be honest. The same with, Fondier from Bonkers to an extent. Sally from Sonic, Bunny from Sonic, Tangle and even Whisper from Sonic, if you will, Rouge, if you will. Along with all the character traits and everything, the one thing that really makes them stand out and become fan favorites is how they're designed. How basically the design just makes you do a double take, like, holy crap, who is that? Like, what did I just see, kind of deal. And Diane Foxington falls into that category. She does. She falls into that category in a big, big way. And I can guarantee you already, just based on the trailers for this film and based on the movie itself, I could tell you already there's going to be a lot of cosplayers, furry cosplayers, that are going to create or try to recreate their own furry costume based on Diane. There's no doubt about it. I mean, if people could take Minerva Mink from Animaniacs, which is another character that falls in that category somewhat, or even Bridget from American Tail, they could take them and recreate their own costumes based around them. And even to the point that the mouth moves and the eyes move and all that, I would not put it past them to do the same with Diane. So to me, if there's any other anthropomorphic female character that's going to get a massive fan base, not just right away because of the film and the trailer and all that, but as time goes on, and more so when it hits Peacock and everything, it's going to be her. There is no doubt about it in my mind. No doubt about it whatsoever. So yeah, Diane Foxington, aka the Crimson Paw. What more can I say? And again, I got to give a shout out for Saberspark doing his review on the movie, where he basically, in his own way, admitted, hey, I think she's like, woo, kind of deal, like, like hot dang. So got to give him a shout out there. And really, that's all I could say. And yes, as seen in the movie with the dance sequence and just the way they acted around each other, yes, she is the love interest of Wolf and vice versa. He is the love interest of her. So yeah, she is basically shipped with him. Although, and I say this with all due respect, no offense, don't be surprised if you see some web comics, read some fanfics, or even see some drawing somewhere where she gets paired up with Tarantula, if you know what I mean. But I'm just saying. But yeah, she is the love interest of Wolf and vice versa in this movie. But anyway though, guys, that's all I'm going to say on Diane Foxington, aka the Crimson Paw. Let me know what your thoughts are on Diane. How do you feel about the character overall? Do you think she brings a lot to the table? Do you think she will become another fan favorite amongst, the entire furry community and anthropomorphic fan community? What are your thoughts overall? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, super chats and super stickers as described in the description box are welcomed and would be appreciated. Also check me out at Venmo at Brian-Warmer-2 to help support me there, and at Cash App at BWRoses98. Also, ladies and gentlemen, check me out at deviantart.com/BVW1979. Also, check me out at VENMO at BWRoses for content you can't get anywhere else. Check me out at my Teespring store for merchandise you can only get there, as well as check me out at BW Roses Discussions on all your favorite audio podcast platforms except for Pandora. And also, if you're intrigued, check me out at fanfiction.net/Brian-Wolmer- well, not dash, let me correct that. If you're interested, also check me out at fanfiction.net/Brian.Wolmer.1, that's numeral 1, to check out my content there. That's fanfiction.net/Brian.Wolmer.1. You might be intrigued at what you see there. And also check me out at patreon.com. For content you can only get exclusively through the $3 tier for a limited time before it goes public, as well as the $1 tier where you get a shout out and recognition. But until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, like I said, in the live chat during the premiere. And that's going to do it for the 126th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential on Diane Foxington, aka the Crimson Paw, from the new DreamWorks Universal movie, The Bad Guys.